Hello everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now this will be my predictions for the Oscars nomination. Now the Oscar nomination will be announced on Thursday, February 8th. So here I'm going to give my final prediction of which movie actors will get nominated. This is not the prediction of who will win. This is for who will get nominated on February 8th for the Oscar nominations. So, for those who don't know, I love the Oscars. It's my second favorite day of the year. I like this big event that we can all celebrate movies together and bring some, and we see different types of movie every year, and each movie is different, and some movie has a special message, other interesting social commentary. It depends on the film, but it's great to celebrate this movie and the talent behind and in front behind and in front of the camera, and the artistic flavor to it. So let's get into it. So let's start with Best Picture. Now there is a time slot for Best Picture. So my number one is Belfast. Now Belfast is a drama and comedy directed by the brilliant Kenneth Branagh, and the movie centers around it's a semi-autographic film, and it centers around a working family and their young son during the term and in the 1960. So this movie I was pleasant surprised by. I went to see this movie without any expectations at all, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I was pleasant surprised. Now this movie is also the type of movie that will likely win Best Picture. It's not for sure, but it's the type of movie that Oscar voters tends to vote on for winning. So my second is The Power of the Dog. Now I don't want to give any spoilers on these movies in case you haven't seen them yet. So a quick synopsis: if The Power of the Dog is a drama, a western, and basically it starts out with a ranch owner. He played by Benedict Cumberbatch. He tends to be very cruel to the wife and the son that his brother brings into the ranch and basically into the family, and some interesting things happens in this movie. Now the movie is a slow burn, but I didn't like the movie. Although I liked the performance, and I thought the cinematography was brilliant, the direction of course by Jane Campion, but in terms of the movie itself and the story, I didn't like it. So my third is King Richard. Now I love this movie so much. I think this is the best sports movie ever made. Now, in terms of exploring the history and how the father of Venus and Serena Williams, he went to all these things, and he kept pushing the daughter to the full potential and always believe in them and what they can achieve. It's just incredible and phenomenal performance by Will Smith. Now, my 4 is Coda. Now, Coda, I love this movie so much. Now, it centers on this character Ruby, and she's the only hearing member on that family and on Massachusetts. And the movie is just so charming and incredible. And she works in the morning before school to help the parents and her brother to keep the fishing business afloat. And she joined high school and she joins this club, and she becomes passionate about her passion for singing. And it's just a wonderful film. I highly recommend it. Now, next one is West Side Story. Yeah, that we already have the original West Side Story, but I think what Steven Spielberg did with this movie and the cast, I think this movie is even better than the original. And the original West Side Story went to win like 10 Oscars. So that's saying something. Now, my 6 is Dune. Now, Denis Villeneuve really bring the adaptation of Dune. It was a visually masterpiece watching this movie. Now, the only thing here is that you can say yes, the story is not complete. This is basically the first part of the story, but I think the movie is just not only visually, but in order to adapt this difficult book, I think he did an incredible job, and I think he will likely get in. The other one, my number 7, is Licorice Pizzas. Now, I like this movie. I have some little bit of issue, but I just like it's a coming up of age story, and it's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, and I like the world that he creates here, these 70s vibe. It's just, the story is quite interesting to see, and I had a little bit of problem here and there with the movie, but overall I like the movie a lot. My number 8 is Don't Look Up. Yes, this movie is a divisive film. I love the film. I know he has interesting social commentary, and it's directed and written by Adam McKay. And if you know Adam McKay, well, you know what you're going to get. But yes, this one definitely gets in. The other one is Being the Ricardos. Now, this focuses more on the story of Lucio Ball, a very icon in Hollywood, and I love this story, and I tend to get more invested with movies about Hollywood, and this is a movie about Hollywood, and the Oscars like that. So this one again, and the other one is Tick Tick Boom, and this is a musical. This is the directorial debut of Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I just love this so much. And the movie sound is just incredible. I mean, it's just an incredible musical to watch. Now, let's move on to Best Director. Now, in Best Director, I have number 1, Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. She did an incredible job there. Now my number 2 is Denis Villeneuve for Dune. Phenomenal job. My number 2 is Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, and I like the story that he told in that movie. And I see him in an interview, and the passion he went to making these movies. I really respect that. And my number 4 is Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, and my number 5 is Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pieces. Now let's move on to Best Actress. My number 1 is Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos. She's exceptional on that movie. I think as a stand in this moment, she's the front runner to win. That can change, but yes. The other one, Kristen Stewart for Spencer, and this was an incredible turn for Kristen Stewart, and she's taking. And I like this because she's the movie. She's in every frame, but she's getting the respect that she deserves for this movie, and she's a really talented actor. Now my number 3 is Olivia Colman for The Last Daughter. Now Olivia Colman, she's phenomenal in everything. She's already have an Academy Award, but yes, I would be not surprised here. Now my number 4 is Lady Gaga for House of Gucci. Now I know that the majority of people didn't like the movie. I personally didn't like it. I like the performance, but the movie, in terms of the story overall, I didn't like that. But I think Lady Gaga demonstrated that she's becoming an extraordinary actress, and I like the type of role that she's choosing. Then my number 5 is Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and I can see how much Jessica Chastain was invested. She's not only a producer and the star of this film, but you can see her how much passion she went into this character and the story here, and the movie, and the process of making this movie. It's just she was so great in this movie. Now I would prefer to see Emilia Jones for Coda here. I don't think that is going to happen, but if it did, oh my god, that would put a happy smile on my face. Now let's move on to Best Actor. My number 1, Will Smith for King Richard. Now I think he's the front runner to win. He have been for this industry, and he had 2 Academy Award nominations for Apollo and The Pursuit of Happiness. And I think this is the year for Will Smith to win his Oscar. He deserves it, and I think he delivers here the best performance of his career. I truly believe that, and I think this is his moment. Now my second is Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, and he's one of the positive things, best things of The Power of the Dog, his performance. Now my number 3 is Andrew Garfield for Tic Boom, and I think I would not be surprised if he become like an upset and turns out he actually win this award, because I think that Andrew Garfield is just so talented here, and most people talk about him, about Spider-Man, of that, but he's a really extraordinary actor. He's so talented. Now my number 4 is Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth. And he's Denzel. What can I say? He's always good. And yes, I think he's going in. Now the other one. Now this one, I haven't seen the movie yet, and it's Peter Dinklage is Serrano, but I think that I heard some positive things that I think he can get it. Now maybe, but I would say here that Javier Bardem for being the Carlos, and I would like to see Peter Dinklage win here, but let's see. Now let's move on to Best Supporting Actress. My number 1, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. She's my favorite character in this whole movie. She's getting more attention than Rachel Zegler, and I think I can't wait to see what she does next. Now my second is Anthony Ellis for King Richard. I think she really holds her own besides Will Smith, and that's something to say. And yes, she's definitely getting made. My number 3 is Katrina Balfe. Now she is from Belfast, and she just, you can feel her energy of her performance throughout the movie. Now my number 4 is Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog. I think seeing Kirsten Dunst here just remind me how a fascinating actress and performer she is to watch on screen. It was just so good. Now the other one is my number 5 is Ruth Negga for Passing. Now she basically, Passing, I really like the film, but I think the only nomination that will probably get is Ruth Negga, and this is the time to recognize this type of talent and performance who always done a good job and been around for in this industry alone. Now let's start with Best Supporting Actor. My number 1, Troy Kotsur for Coda. I will be happy if he wins here. I think he was incredible. I mean, the whole movie is awesome. It's charming. It's a wonderful movie, from the cast, the direction, the movie, the story, everything. So my number 2 is Cody Smith McPhail for The Power of the Dog. Now he was a revelation in this movie, and I think that can win him some. Now my number 3 is Ciarán Hinds for Belfast. Now Ciarán Hinds, I think he's an actor who always delivers, no matter if he's in a bad movie, and he's been around so much, and I think he never get not exactly the recognition, but the attention of how good an actor he is, and I think he's getting in. Now this was difficult because I was trying to choose him over Jamie Dornan, because I believe the two are so good, and the two are from Belfast, from the movie Belfast. But I think that Ciarán Hinds is the type of actor that he's been around so long, and he never get the attention that he really deserves, and to recognize him for our Academy Award nomination here will be incredible to see. If Jimmy Donner gets in over here, I will not have been mad, but I would prefer Ciarán Hinds. My number 4 is Jared Leto, House of Gucci. Now, I think he was my favorite performance of House of Gucci, and some people are doubting that he will get in. I think he will get in because he's Paolo, and it's a tragic story to him. And really, that I think he really understood the assignment of this movie, and some people are calling his performance like over the top, but I think he did an exceptional job here. He really understood what he needed to do in this movie and how to portray Paolo, and I think he's getting. And my number 5 is Bradley Cooper for Licorice Pizza. Now, honestly, Bradley Cooper is guessing because in this category you tend to see big name talent, and I think he was good in Licorice Pizza, but yes, I think that he's getting in here. So those are my nominations for the Oscars of who will get nominated on February 8th. Now, let me know in the comments below your own list. I would like to see it. And who do you think that will actually get nominated? Now, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button. Please consider subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.